guys, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video, we will discuss accounting for cash and cash equivalent. So let's start. Okay, so before we proceed to the actual discussion of the accounting for cash and cash equivalents, so let's first discuss some concept behind this account. So actually, cash and cash equivalent is presented as one line item in the statement of financial position under current assets. So ayan po ya. So consider po siya as one line entry. Pero syempre, it has to be detailed dun sa ating notes to financial statements. So another concepts, cash and cash equivalents are the most liquid current assets found on the business balance sheet. So as we all know, liquidity is the ability of the company to pay its obligation when it matures. So since most of the creditors, ang hinihingi po nilang kabayaran lagi is cash, so considered po siya as the most liquid current assets. So, ang presentation po ng ating cash is presented first before other asset kasi most of the statement of financial position are presented based on liquidity. Kaya kung mapapansin nyo na sa ating statement of financial position, una lagi si cash, then next si AR, inventory, and so on and so forth. Then, cash and cash equivalent are considered by most stakeholders as one of the most significant account on the financial statement. That's why on the accounting point of view, ito po yung dapat hindi tayo nagkakamali ng presentation. Kasi kapag nagkamali po tayo dito ng presentation, it's either overstated or understated by a material amount, malaki po yung impact niyan sa ating stakeholders. Kasi as we all know, ang cash po ang bumubuhay sa isang company, di ba? Some of the books is considering this cash is the lifeblood of the business. Kasi pag wala ka daw cash, wala kang pambili ng inventory. Pag wala kang pambili ng inventory, wala kang sales. So pag wala kang sales, wala kang net income. So pag wala kang net income, so hindi po lalago yung ating capital. So pag hindi po lumago yung capital, so ang tendency, babagsak na lang siya or magsasara na lang. So kaya on the points of view of the stakeholders, so dapat po maganda po yung position ng ating cash. So sa accounting naman, so dahil this is considered by the stakeholders as the most significant account, so ito po yung hindi dapat tayo nagkakamali ng malala. So kaya kung mapapansin nyo, meron tayong bank reconciliation, tapos meron pa tayong statement of cash flow. Okay, so since we already have some overview about cash and cash equivalent, so basagin natin sila sa dalawa. Obviously, we have the cash and we have the cash and cash equivalent. So let's first define cash. So cash is comprises of cash on hands and demand deposits, di ba? If we say naman cash equivalents, these are actually not cash, but they are considered as cash equivalents. So cash equivalents are short-term, highly liquid investment that are readily converted to known amount of cash, which are subject to an insignificant place of change and value. So we will discuss it further sa next video because ang focus lang muna natin si cash kasi marami si cash para matanggal na natin si cash sa alalahanin, di ba? So cash po ay divided yan into three parts na i-discuss natin later. So we have the cash on hand, we also have the cash in bank, and we also have the cash fund. Okay, so under cash, so meron tayong tatlo as we discussed earlier. We have the cash on hand, we also have cash in bank, and we also have cash fund. So sa under cash on hand, we have bills and coins, undeposited checks, and we also have money orders. So under naman po ng cash in bank, we have savings account, checking account, and we also have demand deposits. So under cash funds naman, so petty cash fund, payroll fund, revolving fund, change fund, dividend fund, so interest fund. So this account are presented under cash, di ba? So isa-isahin po natin yan para mas maintindihan po natin ng maigi. Okay, so let's discuss cash in detail. So unahin po natin si cash on hand. So cash on hand, meron tayong tinatawag na bills and coins. So bills and coins, ito yung obviously this is the definition of cash on hand. So dapat po ito yung nanggaling sa customer na i-deposit na natin sa ating bangko, di ba? So ayan po yung bills and coins. So of course, we also have under cash on hand, we have the money order or postal money order. So ang postal money order po, ganyan po yung itsura niyan. Considered din po siya as good as cash kasi money order is a demand credit instrument issued and payable by a post office. So normally, nung unang panahon kasi uso yung money order kasi dati hindi pa uso yung fund transfer or yung online transfer from one bank to another. So normally, pag meron kang kliyente abroad or kaya naman some part of Philippines, so ang ginagawa instead of paying cash, ang binabayad po natin is yung money order. Ang kailangan lang po natin tandaan dito, kung sino ang holder ng money order, siya yung magre-record ng cash on hand. So, paano ba nag-work yung money order? So, sa money order po, normally meron tayong three parties, di ba? We have the debtor, the creditor, and the post office. So, normally, ang nangyayari niyan, si debtor bumili ng goods or kaya naman umutang kay creditor. So, for example, si debtor nasa Manila, tapos si creditor naman nasa Cebu. So, normally, dahil hindi uso dati yung fund transfer, so ang gagawin po ni debtor para magbayad siya kay creditor, kailangan niyang i-ship yung pera niya kay creditor. So, alam naman natin kapag siniship ang pera from one place to another, marami po yung concern. It's either mawala yung pera while in transit, or kaya naman manakaw for some reason. So, para po magkaroon ng protection si debtor at si creditor sa isa't isa, nabuo po yung konsepto ng tinatawag nating money order. So, sa money order po, ang gagawin po ni debtor, pupunta siya sa post office, di ba? So, the debtor will go to post office at bibili po siya ng tinatawag po nating money order. So, ano po yan, i-orderin po ni debtor dun sa post office yung money order, equivalent dun sa amount na ibabayad niya kay creditor. So, normally, so dahil magbibigay ng amount si debtor kay post office, in return, ang ibibigay po ni post office, yung tinatawag po nating money order. So, ibig sabihin, yung money order, para rin siyang cheque, pero hindi. Kasi ang ating financial intermediary is a post office, not a bank. So, kapag nasa possession na ni debtor yung ating money order, so, pwede niya nang i-ship yung money order dun kay creditor. So, safe yung money order kasi in case of loss while in transit, pwede pa po siyang mag-request ng another one as long as ma-prove na nawala talaga yung money order. Unlike kasi pag cash yung shinip mo or yung bills and coins, pag nawala, wala na talaga. So, nung unang panahon, ito yung konsepto po nila ng money order. Kaya, mas safe yung ating transaction of cash. So, ang concept lang nito sa accounting, kung sino yung holder ng money order, siya yung mag-record ng cash. So, let's say for example, si debtor pumunta sa post office, bumili ng money order, tapos nasa kanya pa yung money order, tapos reporting period na. Let's say January 31. So, January 31, hindi niya pa nasi-ship yung money order. So, dahil nasa possession niya pa yung money order, siya yung mag-record ng cash on hand under money order. Paano naman kapag ang possession ng money order na kay creditor na? So, kapag si creditor na yung may hawak ng money order at hindi niya yan pinapresent dun sa near post office sa kanya, still, since money order is considered as good as cash, ang magre-recognize po ng money order as cash on hand is si creditor na. So, ayan po yung money order. Ang ano lang yan, take away lang natin, whoever the holder at the time of reporting period, siya yung mag-recognize ng money order under cash on hand. Okay, so another part of cash on hand is the undeposited checks. So before we proceed to the discussion of the undeposited checks, so let's first discuss what is check, di ba? So, ang check, ito po yung itsura niyan. So, as you can see, di ba? So, actually, a check is a document that orders a bank to pay a specific amount of money from a person's account to the persons in whose name the check has been issued. So, check is like a postal money order, pero ang ating financial intermediary is bangko, di ba? Kasi kanina postal money order, same concept lang din naman sila. So ngayon, sa cheque po, meron tayong three parties, namely the maker or issuer. So we also have the payee or recipient, and we also have the drawee bank. So sa case natin, si maker, siya po yung debtor, si payee naman, siya naman po yung creditor. So magbabayad si debtor kay creditor through issuing a check through drawee bank BDO. So dapat po may pera si PLDT kay BDO kasi si BDO yung magbabayad on behalf of Philippine Long Distance Telephone kay Jonora Trading. So ito po yung mga special features ng check na kailangan nating malaman, di ba? So we also have the account number. Ang account number po, ito po yung account number ni Philippine Long Distance kay BDO, di ba? So ito yung mababawasan na pera. yung pera ni Philippine Long Distance kasi ibibigay yan kay payee. So another portion na crucial sa ating cheque is what we call the check number. Ang check number po in sequence yan. So ibig sabihin, kapag binigyan ka ng check booklet, sunod-sunod yan. So bawal yung maulit for security purposes, di ba? Then we also have the check date. Ang check date po, importante yan kasi bawal kang, di mo may encash yung cheque kapag uh, post-dated yung cheque natin. For example, ang date ngayon ay June 3, tapos ang date nito ay June 4. So, hindi mo po yan may encash on June 3 kasi post-dated yan. So, mamaya i-discuss po natin kung ano yung underlying concept or accounting treatment if the check is post-dated. So, let's assume na ang cheque natin is hindi siya post-dated. So, ibig sabihin, it can be encashed to the bank anytime. Okay? Then another portion, we have the amount in numbers. So nakalagay yan. Of course, to confirm the amount in numbers, the amount in words must also be included. Then para po may authorize yung ating pag-issue ng check, of course, importante po yung signature. So sa sole proprietorship, normally ang signatories natin yan, of course, yung owners. Pero sa corporation, ang ating mga signatories, it's either the CEO of the company or kaya naman yung ating board of directors. Pero kapag maliliit lang amount, normally ang nagsisign lang naman dyan is yung chief financial officer. Pero most of the time, owners yan. So kapag kompleto po yung features na yan, considered po yan as check. So ang konsepto po sa accounting, kung sino ang holder ng check at the reporting period, siya po yung mag-recognize ng cash on hand since hindi pa yan pinapresent sa bangko for encashment as long as wala po tayong ibang restriction. So mamaya i-discuss po natin ano po ba yung mga sinasabi po nating restriction. Basta ang tatandaan lang kung sino ang holder ng check at the reporting period, siya yung magre-record ng undeposited check, cash on hand. And since we already know the anatomy of check, so doon naman tayo sa accounting, di ba? Accounting point of view, ang crucial sa atin dyan, kung sino yung magpe-present ng cash doon sa kanyang financial statement. Kasi hindi po yan pwedeng i-present simultaneously or nang sabay ni recipient tsaka ni issuer. So ito po yung ating concept. General rule, kung sino ang holder, siya po yung magpe-present if there is no restriction. So, di ba sabi natin kanina, sa check, we have the issuer or the maker, and we have the recipient or the payee. So, normally, ang issuer, siya po yung debtor or yung buyer. Kasi, siya yung magbabayad sa recipient. So, si recipient, siya yung babayaran. So, normally, ito po yung creditor or yung seller. So, sabi nga natin, general rule, kung sino ang holder at the time of reporting period, siya yung magpe-present ng cash. So, kapag ang holder natin ay si recipient, pero hindi niya pa yan pinapresent sa bangko for encashment, ang tawag po natin dyan ay undeposited check. So, dahil undeposited check po yan at si check is considered as good as cash, it has to be included pa din sa ating cash. Okay? What about doon naman sa libro ni issuer? For example, same scenario. If the holder is the recipient but not yet presented for encashment, di ba? So, yung cheque na kay recipient na, so anong gagawin ni issuer? So, si issuer po, ang tawag niya dun sa cheque na in-issue niya, dun kay recipient pero hindi pa pine-present for encashment, ang tawag po natin dun ay outstanding check. So, dahil outstanding po siya, dahil check is good as cash, so ibig sabihin, yung risk and reward na transfer na natin kay recipient, so dapat po yung outstanding check natin ay tinatanggal po yan sa ating cash and cash equivalent. Okay? So, another scenario, what if the holder is the issuer? So, ibig sabihin, si issuer, nag-write siya ng cheque, supposedly ibibigay yan kay recipient. However, due to cut-off reason, for example, January 31, nag-issue siya, ay nag-write siya ng cheque ng January 30, tapos hindi niya pa na-ship yan kay recipient, kay creditor ng February 1. So, ibig sabihin, nasa possession niya yan ng January 31. If that's the case, ang tawag po natin doon ay unreleased check. So, ang released checks po, ang normally kasi kapag nag-write ka ng cheque sa ating accounting books, gumagawa ka na po ng entry na debit, accounts payable, then credit cash, di ba? So, since unreleased yan, so ang ating gagawin po, kailangan po natin ibalik yung nabawas na cheque. So, therefore, unreleased check is considered as part of cash and cash equivalent on the issuer's books. So, general rule, kung sino ang holder at the time of the reporting period, siya lang po dapat yung mag-recognize ng cash equivalent. So, ulitin po natin ha. So, for example, undeposited checks. So, sa libro ni recipient, dahil hindi pa yan di-deposit, isasama pa rin natin yan sa ating cash. Sa libro naman ni issuer, kahit pa hindi pa yan nadi-deposit ni recipient, dahil wala na sa kanya yung possession ng check, so consider ko yan outstanding. So, dapat lang naman natanggalin na yan sa ating cash. Unreleased check naman, so nag-write siya ng check pero hindi pa na di-deliver kay recipient at reporting period. So, dahil hindi pa nga na-transfer, so ibig sabihin, so the check should also be considered as part of cash ni issuer.